Hello, hello. So, welcome back. I have been away for a while. Sorry. But it is what it is. We're gonna share this out to some people. Let's see who's on. Who wants to come on and just kind of get a reading, get whatever they need. So I wanted to come on and kind of like update everybody. I really missed going live. It's been a while since I went live. And I was going live for months and months and months and months and months all the time. And then I kind of stopped. And, I kind of stopped because, life got crazy. And I couldn't keep up with the pace of it anymore. So I kind of stopped these. But I'm here now. I'm here. I'm ready to do readings. And to just kind of, be here for people. Hello! Hello, hello, hello. Come on in. I am doing readings, a couple of yes or no's, and then if you want a full reading, you can get a reading right there. And just let me know whenever you have paid. I don't know what TikTok's doing, but it's doing something. But I am just doing readings. I'm wondering how everybody's doing. I'm just here, trying to get back into the swing of things. There's a lot that I kind of wanted to talk about and go over. When some people start to join, we can kind of do that. What has everybody been up to? I'm just here. Hanging out, ready to do all the things. And as always, this will be up on my YouTube for anybody and everybody. Let's see. I want to see. What else I can do? Hey, hello. How you doing? So this is my first time going live in a long while, but I'm tarot reader, Psychic Lexi. It's nice to see you guys. I've just been kind of hanging out. I am doing yes or no, and if you guys want a full reading, then you can just let me know whenever you send the 15. All the links to pay me are in my bio, but I am doing yes or no. I've been a tarot reader for 10 plus years. If you don't know me, hey. I'm also a psychic medium, which means I talk to spirit and I, communicate with people's ancestors, their passed away loved ones, and all that crazy stuff. I am going to be doing a, thank you, a kind of collective reading for everybody. The schedule for live readings is always going to be on my TikTok and psychiclexi.com, my website. Would anybody like a quick card pull? And like I said, if you do want a full reading, just let me know you sent the money and I'll be doing that. But if you want a quick card pull, you can ask a question and I will definitely answer. Are comments on? Can anybody tell me if comments are on? I think they are. Let me see. I'm going to see if comments are on for really, really quick. Hopefully they are. All right. That's weird. We have AI summaries now. Sarah, is the relationship between Kristen and I going to work out? Okay, hey. Thank you. All right. So if you want a deeper reading, this is just a 1 card pull, Sarah. So if you want a deeper reading, like, you have to kind of let me know, and I'll pin as I go through. Oh, here we go. Already. So we need Strength and 2 of Wands. All right. So first of all, we have a Major Arcana card for you, Sarah. Major Arcana cards, those represent you. Minor Arcana is like the external forces that are happening outside of you, okay? So first card is Strength. We need to dig deep with this relationship. Like, that also means that there's going to be a lot of compromise. There's going to be a lot of, oh, maybe I got to bend to somebody else's will. And you have to kind of ask yourself these really important questions like, do you want to do that? Do you want to compromise like that? And that can be difficult. 2 of Wands is the energy that you guys need to kind of embody together. That means more cooperation, okay? Working together as a team, really working together as a team, having very strong communication. And that can be difficult because we have to break down a lot of communication barriers and boundaries, right? So 2 of Wands, our wands also represent our desires and what motivates us. And if you are not willing to kind of meet in the middle, either party, then it might not work out. But just know that it's going to take a lot of compromise from you with this Strength card. That also means, like, you know, good things kind of are coming your way if you guys can kind of meet in the middle. Relationships are 2-way streets, and these type of readings can always kind of change a little bit. But yeah, we're going to need a lot of strength, a lot of patience on your end, Sarah, unfortunately, the Healing Cauldron. And 2 of Wands, which is open communication, and a lot of like, hey, this is a boundary for me. I need you to not cross it. Does that make sense? Hopefully. I'm going to go through more of the comments. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. All right. So I'm going to go through some more. And like I said, if you want a full reading, you just have to send it through there, and we'll be really chatting. Just let me know that you sent it. All right. So hopefully that helps you, Sarah. And you can let me know if the comments, if that was validating, if that kind of spoke to you, and let you know how things are going. Brooke, do you see me getting the job after my interview today? So I'm immediately seeing yes, Brooke, as soon as you said that. But you did get the 7 of Pentacles, and that talks about a lot of hard work needing to be done. So they're also talking about multiple interviews, Brooke. Did you go on more than one interview, or are they calling you back for another interview? Because I feel like it's going to take some more than one time. And it's important that whenever you guys are interviewing for jobs, that you know that the job has to work as much for you as you are for it. And I know in this economy we are struggling. It's a struggle bus, baby. Everybody. And if they're saying they're not, then they're lying to you. I see yes, Brooke, but I also see like multiple interviews. And 7 of Pentacles talks about money, our earth element being grounded, Brooke, and just, you know, really keeping going. Like, this is not the time to get comfortable in a position. This is the time to hustle. Like, you have to out hustle everyone. Does that make sense, Brooke? I hope that makes sense. You guys can let me know in the comments. Hi. Trying to go. The Healing Cauldron. Yes. Thank you. You're welcome. So Brooke says, I'm not too sure. It was in person with the warden and deputy warden. Yeah, I definitely see you getting it. Are you in like healthcare or something like that, Brooke, where like you're going to work at like a prison or a place like that? For you're also pulling the 10 of Cups again, and that's a big yes. Anytime we see the 10 in tarot, that's a completion number. So if you're asking about that, then that's a big yes, you're gonna get it, which is also Brooke says, yes, it does. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Of course, of course, of course. Yeah, if you guys like this live, go ahead and share it out. You can give me a follow. Always, always, always keep up with me on my website, because if this goes away, my website is going to be the perfect place to keep up with all things reading and tarot related. How are we doing today? Are we doing okay? Did we remember to drink our water? Because I often forget, especially whenever you transition from like spring to summer, because it's not so hot. And I'm always kind of craving water. How are we doing? I'm just here. So if you don't know me, I'm a tarot reader, psychic medium. I've been a tarot reader and psychic medium for like 10 plus years, but I've always been doing it. I just wasn't getting paid to do it until now. And I was doing lives, a lot of lives, all the time. Hi! And then I kind of slowed down. But now I'm ready to get back at it. So if you guys want a full reading, readings are in my bio. Just let me know that you send them whenever you do. All right. How is everybody doing? What are we up to? Where are friends? I'm probably going to be outside later on today enjoying this beautiful weather that we are experiencing before it gets ridiculously hot. Oh my God. Hello, Kira. Hello, hello, hello. Do we want a group reading? I think that would be fun. Let me know in the comments if you guys want a group reading. I can do a big group one. And if you want individual readings, that's how we have to do it. Or if you guys have any psychic medium questions, like mediumship questions, those would be fun to answer. Will my son Aaron make it to his acting career? Dr. D. I can do a one card pull for that. How are you? How are you? How are you? Hey guys. Ooh. So 10 of Pentacles, which is interesting. So 10 of Pentacles talks about you just not needing to be apologetic for your instances, like you've kind of earned your seat at the table. So it's interesting that you're getting this for like a job career thing, because that kind of just tells me that you need to show up with a lot of confidence when you're going to these things. So I would say he needs to show up for his auditions with confidence. He needs to show up prepared and kind of act like he's already got the job, in a sense. I hope that makes sense. Will he get it? I think that's very kind of like circumstantial. I'm hearing like commercials. Like he'll get a few commercials first, slow and steady, and then it's gonna like pop off. But 10 of Cups, definitely. I think he'll get it for sure. And remember, guys, if you do want a full deep dive reading, because we are going to be doing it on TikTok, then just let me know whenever you've sent this. And readings are in my bio. How is everybody else doing? Diane, did I mess things up with Frank? Oh, 5 of Swords. So the swords are our air element, Diane. And 5 of Swords, hey! 5 of Swords talks about a lot of confusion. Oh, yay, I want somebody's FYP. Talks a lot about confusion and feeling trapped. So swords are our air element, all right? Our air element. And this could be feeling trapped, having miscommunication. And I just don't think like that relationship is going to be really great for you, Diane. I know that sucks. That's not what you want to hear, but sometimes people are kind of like lessons and they're not like full things, right? I got somebody that is asking me a question. All right, ask me anything. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. You're welcome, Diane, of course. Thank you for the rose, for the little tips. I appreciate it. Somebody did just contact me about something, and I'm trying to figure it out. TikTok, like, did so many different changes since I kind of left that I'm still like, how do I do this? You know? Okay. So, Shanice, is Telshawn thinking about me, or even though he's distant? Well, Shanice, okay. So the best way to kind of think about that is to just kind of like ask them and engage, but we can kind of pull a card for that. And so Ace of Wands, that's usually a yes. Like there is a connection there. And maybe you just kind of like gotta ask them first. And sometimes there might be a connection, but it just might not be right now connection. So if I were you, Shanice, I would just like kind of lightly check in and be like, hey, I've been thinking about you, or this song reminded me of you, blah, 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 and kind of open the door there. But sometimes no answer is the answer. I would say, yeah, there is a connection, Shanice, there is. But if he's being distant, then we have to look at the bigger picture of that. Like, and some people, it's, you know, it's a connection for the night, not for the day or long term. So we really have to like play the field on what is the bigger picture. But if you guys aren't following me, now would be a great time to go ahead and follow me on here. My lives are going to be coming back. If you want a full reading, you just send me this in my bio, and that will be going forth very big in those readings. Or I do private one-on-one sessions through Zoom, and those are much more expensive. So this is the biggest bang for your buck. But if you guys have psychic mediumship questions, please let me know. I'm always here to answer like anybody's woo-woo questions, because I find that a lot of clients like don't have very many people to talk to about it whenever they do want to talk about it. You're welcome, Shanice. You are welcome, right? Yes, Shanice, yes. So if anybody has any like mediumship questions, I'm 100% down for all of that. The live schedule is, I'm going to be putting it up later on tonight on my website, and it's psychicalexi.com, and on here. But sometimes it doesn't always translate well, but I want you guys to be able to like have a place to like, you know, find me. So what else? What else have we got going on today? Let me see if I can find any more. Monica, will Chris and I reconnect romantically this month? Well, like I always say, don't wait for somebody to kind of reach out. Like you reach out first. Hold on. All right. There we go. My brightness like went away. So Monica, 8 of Swords. I don't really think so, honey. So 8 of Swords is also very indicative of like feeling trapped and just not okay. Not okay. Our 8 of swords, like our swords are our air element. That's anything from the neck up, our mental health. We really need to think about, like, is this person in the best headspace? And are you in the best headspace to, like, receive a relationship right now? Does that make sense? Thank you guys for the follows. And remember, if you want a full reading, just let me know that you sent it on here, and I'll be 10, 12 cards deep with you, my loves. Cindy, will Eric and I get back together in the future? We can pull a card for Fortune, Cindy, Fortune. It looks like a good time to try this summer. If I could give it a timeline, I'd say within the next 2 to 3 months, Cindy. I don't really think it's going to be like immediate. If it is, and you guys are like hanging out a lot, I would not treat that as like a big, oh, we're back together moment. I think like the relationship as a whole needs to kind of like marinate a little bit. Does that make sense? And, but I do see, yes, a reunion right away. Probably not. That buildup needs to take time because you guys need to like talk about things and like reestablish where you are as like a connection. Does that make sense? You're welcome. Of course. That makes sense. Good. Yeah. So good. Will Fifi and TH be getting married? You're welcome, Cindy, of course. So they're pulling the death card here, and death is really indicative of like the person as an individual. So death doesn't mean like death. Very few times have I predicted somebody's actual death. I think twice with that card that they have actually passed away. And predicting death is a very different thing. It's not that you can't use tarot, but you're using more mediumship abilities than tarot. Like tarot is a reflection of you. So this death card really means change. As far as getting married, I don't know if that's going to happen. It's almost like I feel like somebody cancels it at the last minute. Like it's quick. Death card in tarot is quick, rapid change. Like, oh, I was driving to work and then I got hit by a bus. That type of life altering change is whenever the death especially followed by the tower in tarot, happens a lot of times. So I don't really know. If you do, this is going to be a marriage that goes quick, like very not unstable, but it's like rocky, a lot of rocky seasons, okay? A lot of swift change in that marriage. And that can be good or bad. Tim Boulis. Tim, will Leanna and I get back together? So I hope that makes sense, the person that was asking about the marriage. And you can let me know in the comments. If it's you who's getting married or you're thinking about maybe not getting married for whatever reason, or if there's some drama behind it, I wouldn't expect a lot of lasting things to be happening. All right, Tim, will Leanne and I get back together? Oops, this one flew right out of the deck. 10 of Wands, probably not. So whenever we see our wands and our 10 of Wands, especially any 10 in tarot, that's a completion number. And I really, whenever I see that in a relationship, like we've kind of burned all of our bridges. So they keep talking about like miscommunication, Tim. And also like maybe things that you have done in the past with like just temper. We need to control our temper a little bit better. And you can let me know if that kind of makes sense in the comments. Does that make sense? I hope so. I feel like you guys can't see me. All right, so let's go. Thank you guys for the follow. Aubrey, not yet. I heard very clearly, not yet. Give it about a month or two. I think you missed this cycle. So for everybody that's asking, like, will they reach out? Will they reach out? Don't wait on somebody else. Reach out to them. Don't wait on somebody else. Reach out to them. Amanda, will Morgan and I get back together? Will Morgan and I get back together? So, Father of Cups, only if they kind of have their shit together. Okay? When Father of Cups comes in, you need somebody that's really in control and really knows where they want to go emotionally. And this can be either like in a relationship, in a career path. They know what they're doing with their emotions. They have tight control on them and they're good for you. They bring out the good in you. Does that make sense? So I would say you guys can get back together if they have done the work that they need to do. And Father of Cups, since we have duality within us, like we all have male and female kind of archetypes, that might be a calling where like you need to do some inner work for yourself. Does that make sense? I hope so. If you guys want a full reading, link is in my bio. You can go in and we'll do a full reading. Yes, Zakella, I do really think everybody, if you can't just hope and pray somebody is thinking of you all the time. Like, you kind of have to make things work for yourself. And then also, like, you got to strip away those nerves. Like, whenever I got online, like, I was super nervous, like, talking to people about tarot, talking to people about mediumship. I was very nervous about that. But you just kind of have to rip off the Band-Aid and do it. Like, you only know if they're serious about you if you try. And then if they're not, then you have to move on to the next person. Does that make sense? I hope so. So David, 7 of Wands. We pulled 7 of Wands today. You have a lot more work to do. Yes, sigh. I know. I know, it's not the advice you want to hear, but that's what it is. So, David, you pulling the 7 of Wands, you have a lot more work to do. It's not about if there are regrets leaving the relationship. You need to still learn the lessons of what made the relationship break. And we haven't done that yet. So, 7 of Wands, okay? You have more work to do. If you do want to kind of get back together, then you got some things to kind of own yourself. Takes 2 people to make a relationship. Takes 2 people to kind of walk away from one. There is a reconciliation, if you will, on the horizon with this card, but it's far away. It is not close right now. Does that make sense? You're welcome, Zelka. Will Brody and I get back together? So I'm only doing one question, Zilka. One free question. If you would like to get more of a reading, then you can go up there and just let me know you've sent what you've sent. The link is in my bio. Cute. Stephanie being egotistical and prideful. Well, you would know that by talking to them. You gotta talk to them. I love questions where people are like, can you tell me what this person is doing right now? Good afternoon. Hi. I mean, I can. It works way better. Hi, thank you. it works way better whenever I kind of have a reading on them. And honestly, if you talk to them, you'll know. You'll know. You don't need me for that. That's a silly question to ask. Oh, okay. What do you read for? I read for whatever you want to read for. We do love, career, money. I can do seance readings where I talk to your dead people, or I talk to your spirit guides. So I'm a tarot reader and psychic medium. And those two, oh, thank you, are two different things. 15. It's 15 for a full reading. That's going to be done over TikTok Live. And you just let me know that you sent it. So hold on. I'm going to get back to these comments in just a second. So tarot reading and mediumship are two different modalities. This tells you about you, okay? And the external influences, which are other people or situations or circumstances around you. Mediumship, because I do both, is where I'm channeling your spirit guides, channeling your dead people around you, reading your energy. And I do that interchangeably. So those are two different ways of kind of doing that. And not everybody talks about that. But that's kind of how I do it. All right, so let's get back into these comments. Will and Antoine work out this time? Will me and Antoine work out this time? Tatiana. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm reading that question interestingly. Okay, so Four of Swords. Tatiana. So Four of Swords, we've had a lot of bull mess happening in this relationship, Tatiana, and this is a time for rest. I don't really know if this is a time for you to be in a relationship with this person, because whenever I see this, like mentally, emotionally, we're kind of tired. It's almost like I hear this thing where like we've played this game before and should we still be coming back? Tatiana, I don't know if you should be in this relationship. I think it's time for you to rest. Rest without a person that you are attached to. See who you are without the person first before jumping back in. Does that make sense? Four of Swords really confirms mentally we're not all in it. And if you're not all in the relationship, then like, should you really be in one? You gotta put your own life mask on first before you're like caring for other people. And whenever you're in a relationship, you're caring for somebody else, whether you want to be or not. Sorry, I'm trying to find the right lighting. And I only get it at this angle. Isn't that funny? Anyway, I hope that makes sense. And I understand, Hugo. Yeah, you're asking for confirmation. I get it. All right, let's see. It's 15 for a full reading. Corey, you have made Abigail Brislin vibes. You have mad Abigail Brislin vibes. I don't know who that is. I hope that's a compliment. I'll have to look that up. I don't know who that is. No, I'll answer pretty much anything, Roxy. I will answer pretty much anything. And if I can't find the answer or it's just not coming, then I'll let you know. Like, I'll let you know. I answer pretty much everything. You're welcome. For Enrica. Yes, of course. You look just like my sister, the one I used to date. You look just like my sister, the one I used to date. Ew. Okay. Thank you, but no thank you. So yeah, I'm going to be coming on same time. I'm trying it this week, and we're going to be seeing, I'm going to have the schedule on my website, psychiclexi.com, and on here, so you guys know, like, because some people use my website, some people use TikTok, so I'd like to kind of keep it real. April, will I find my forever man soon? So I think the question, like whenever you guys are asking these types of questions, isn't like, will I find my forever man soon? I think how you really need to phrase it from now on is like, am I in my ideal timeline to be with somebody? Does that make sense? We have to be in our ideal timeline to find someone. Not like, is my value or is my worth? Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. You have a very genuine vibe. I love the honesty. Yeah, this is how I read. This is how I read tarot. If I'm reading for you personally, one-on-one, this is how I'm talking to you. Some people like it, some people don't. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Whenever you're asking the tarot these types of questions, remember, the tarot is a reflection of you, not someone else, okay? So, Six of Wands, April, Six of Wands. So I think you still have some journey time to go. They're talking about like a 6-month timeline whenever I'm trying to like connect to spirit and I'm hearing spirit and I'm seeing and hearing like 6 months. Like 6-month timeline. I hope that makes sense. You need to, physical, tangible things you need to be doing, April, is working on yourself. I highly recommend journaling. If y'all don't have a fucking journal that you are like writing your unsolicited thoughts down in, you need to be doing that. And second of all, April, like getting out there, not on Tinder, okay? Not on dating apps. Getting out into your community and like making real-time connections. Like sign up for speed dating, join a book club, finding people, finding romance like it's a 90s summer. You know how everything's trending on TikTok? Like, oh, we're going to have a 90s summer. Find romance like it's the 90s, okay? People went out to bars. People got to feel the vibes of other people. Y'all can't be afraid to be like, how you doing? Online. We got to get out into our communities to find real connection again, because this phone, what we have going on here, it's almost like a facade. Like people can be anyone in the age of the internet. You don't want that. You need real connection because everybody is psychic. Like don't be fooled. Okay? Everybody is psychic. So everybody can do what I do. I just kind of flex my muscle a little bit differently. Not everybody wants to talk to dead people. Okay, I have read for people that were like, I'm an animal communicator and I love animals. And I'm like, great, I can't stand that shit. So happy for you. I am so happy for you. You go talk to the deer in the woods. I'm not. Okay, and that shit is real. My mom used to do it. My mom was psychic. She was a psychic medium. Great, very powerful. Could do all these things. Love talking to animals. Not me. I will talk to your scary thing in the closet that you think freaks you out before I will the animals. That's just not me. That's not for me. Anyway, if you guys have like psychic mediumship questions, witchcraft questions, whatever, you can also shoot those to me and I will answer as you ask. Because I love those questions and I love talking about that stuff too. April, I with someone just want to know if he is my forever. Okay, so you want kind of confirmation. A lot of this is going to come down to communication, April. Communication. And so whenever I pulled your previous card for you, that is also like, you're not quite there yet. If he is your forever person, then that's going to mean like you have to be willing to accept the person that they're going to grow and change into, whether they admit they change or not. So a lot of that comes down to what you're willing to accept in a relationship. Because who you are at the start of a relationship versus who you are in 20 years, it's a very different person. And you have to kind of make that connection like, am I going to like that? So as much as you want that other person to accept you, you have to ask yourself, like, are you willing to accept them? See what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. If you guys want a full reading where I do like multiple cards and we really dive deep, just let me know that you sent this. Link is in my bio. All right, so who did I just look at? I think Mook. It's me, Mook. Will my relationship status change soon? 3 of Wands. So you need somebody that's going to come into your life whenever we see the 3 of Wands. Yes, I am going to be doing it pretty much every day. I'm going to have the schedule up on my TikTok tonight and on my website. Psychicalexi.com is where you need to be for all updates on when I go live. Like 100%. Because it won't always be like readings like this, just FYI to you guys. It's not always going to be a reading. Sometimes we're just going to be chatting. And we're just going to be hanging out and vibing. So 3 of Wands, it's me, Mook, by the way. You need somebody that is willing to collaborate. And I don't know if you're like, so the 3 of Wands usually means like more than one person in the relationship. And I don't judge anybody's nothing if you're into that, like any type of like polyamory or anything. But I see kind of new beginnings, new things coming into your life. But definitely this needs to be as much as a romantic partnership as kind of like a business partnership. The 3 of Wands also like talks about, yes, new beginnings, new things happening, but you kind of have to be like open to it. And I'm encouraging everybody to kind of like, sorry, my nose is itching so bad, to kind of like get out in their communities. And kind of vibe that way with people. Less online and more out in the world, okay? That's what I want for people to do. Hey! Hey. So, Miss J. Shaw, you're welcome. It's me, Mook. I am going to be doing these readings. They're not always, oh, thank you. They're not always going to be like, these lives are not always going to be readings. Sometimes we're just going to be hanging out. We're going to be getting to know each other. All right. And if you want a full reading, full readings are over here. And the link is in my bio to do so. Where we're going to be getting it. Oh, thank you. Miss J. Shaw, do you want me to pull a couple cards for you? Because you're over here gifting. I appreciate all the tips. I can definitely do that. I know you want to book a full reading, and we can do that too whenever you're ready. Would love it. Okay, so I'm just going to pull, unless you have a specific question, I'm just going to pull for general, if that's okay. So I only say, the only readings I don't do on live are seance readings, and those are whenever I talk to your dead people. A lot of people want seance readings over live, and I just kind of think that's disrespectful. I know there are psychic mediums out here that do them, but those are the only ones that kind of don't. Mostly because, like, oh, thank you. It's so cute. Some, people die of like horrific circumstances, and sometimes that is brought up in the readings, and we have to be respectful of the person that is grieving and the person that has also died. And I hope that makes sense. I don't like putting that shit on blast. Probably shouldn't be cussing. That's just not, oh, thank you. That's not how I do things. And I know there are other mediums, other tarot readers that do. And I love that for them. I don't like it. Feels icky. It always has. Yeah. Okay. So I am Jada. I am going to pull for you. Let's do a couple readings. All right. And I only pull cards that fly. That's kind of my vibe. Like, I pull jumpers. Okay. So, Miss J. Shaw, we're getting the 3-card treatment. Actually, we're going to do another deck. So I do tarot and oracle, sometimes just one or the other. But I like to pull oracle cards too sometimes whenever they're being called. Mostly because it like creates a deeper picture for the person that is getting the reading. It really ties everything in, because where tarot is more symbolic, sometimes oracle has like, oh, it makes everything click together. It's like notes whenever you're doing a really complicated math problem. That's what oracle cards look like and feel like to me. Okay? All right. So, Miss J. Shaw, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hi! 5 cards for you, Miss J. Shaw. All right. 4 of Swords. Baby, we've been tired. Okay? Swords are everything from the neck up, our mental states. We've been through hell in a handbasket. We've been tired. We've not been great. Things have kind of sucked. And this is our time to fucking rest. Our mental health has not been good. And if you continue to ignore it, you're going to kind of freak out. So stop that. Stop. This is your permission to take time for yourself this summer. Like, I want you to do something fun. Okay? I want you to do something fun. Make this maybe a learning summer, or a summer where you pick up a new hobby. Challenge yourself in a different way that kind of feeds into your soul. All right. Next is we have the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands, if you've been in this live for a hot minute, this is the end of things. So if we're looking at leaving a relationship, if we're looking at setting down grief, if we're looking at like, I don't know how much more of this bullshit I can take. Set it down, okay? It's not for you to hold forever. If you need help, ask for help. Things are at their breaking point, and this can be a relationship, this can be a job, this can be any situation. Because remember, guys, the minor arcana, these like wands and swords, those are circumstances that are happening to you. So this might be like your bullshit meter. Like sometimes I tell my friends, I'm like, I'm at my bullshit meter of the day. Like, what other little shit could happen to me that is just gonna annoy me? We're here, okay? You're at the top of it. They're talking about like just loss, of all kinds of loss. Whenever I kind of read your energy that way, so much loss, and we need to pull back on that, okay? 3 of Swords in reverse. A lot of heartbreak, a lot of grief is going on. Like, and the 3 of Swords in the reverse position kind of means that we are past that, Miss J. Shaw, and we're going to be moving forward, moving away, right? But we cannot hold on to the pain of, yeah. Put it down is the phrase my dead best friend used to say to me. Oh, that just gave me chills. Yeah, so look that as confirmation, as sometimes I believe spirit can speak through other people, like for real, other people. Because sometimes it's not always me talking whenever I am channeling. And if you see me on here long enough, you'll know that. 3 of Swords. This talks about grief, betrayal, heartache. And it's not always like a romantic thing. So many people, tears, all. So many people put so much emphasis on the heartache being romantic. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's so platonic, the heartache. So I really want you to kind of put this down and just know that, like, it's not your time to hold on to it anymore. And we need to kind of go back into ourselves. Okay, Miss J. Shaw? So we're going to do the clarifying cards. Okay, so you have an interesting set. You have Padded Room and the Rhythms of Fate and the Tickings of Time. So these are kind of things that, Padded Room, we're sitting in a rubber room basically with all of the things that are happening up here, right? And we started our reading with the 4 of Swords, okay? And the Four of Swords is everything mental that's not good for us. And we need to start feeding into ourselves, because with the Ten of Wands, we're done with that shit. We need to be done. Otherwise, it's going to, that sounds so dramatic, but it's going to like destroy you. It's going to take over here. And we can't do that. We can't do that. So padded room kind of means like we are alone with our own most deepest, darkest, sometimes our thoughts that we tell no one, only ourselves, or the ones that we are afraid to tell ourselves. And we kind of have to start digging deeper into that. Okay. So the next one, Jay Shaw, for you is the rhythms of fate and the tickings of time. Okay, the rhythms of fate and the tickings of time. Sometimes I feel like a lot of things are divine timing. And this is kind of why I encourage people to come to the lives to kind of like try me out before you book a live reading with me, like one-on-one, so you can see my style, because my style of reading is not for everybody. But the tickings of fate and the rhythms of fate and the tickings of time talk a lot about sometimes things only go away with time moving forward. But we have to kind of choose to actively not stay in the pain, because the pain is a story, but our story needs to change, and our story needs to be more than like the grief and the loss and, oh no, what do I do now? This person was my safety net. Like, the story has to change. It is nothing but a story, and we need to kind of make another ending. I hope this made sense. And if you found a lot of clarity in it, Miss J. Shaw, but you can let me know. Thank you, friend. You're going to talk more about this tomorrow. We're going to talk more about this tomorrow. Of course. Of course. And whenever anybody is ready for a one-on-one reading, let me know. So one-on-one readings are 100% private. You get a copy of the reading sent to your email afterwards. And some people book for 30 minutes. Some people book for an hour. But your reading time is your reading time. Okay? So if somebody's like, hey, I want to channel my best friend that passed away, for an example, then we open the Seance Circle and we channel. Now, some people get one person that comes forward. Some people get multiple. It depends on who wants to come in, okay, to the seance reading. Sometimes, I like to tell people that dead people are the same in life as they are in death, okay? I've only had a handful of instances where somebody would not come forward during a seance reading, and that was because they were kind of like, I describe them as in a queue, like they're in a queue where I can't reach them anymore, and they don't want to talk because they want to come back, or they're moving on to another space that I'm not meant to see. Not every psychic medium is meant to see every little thing. I don't believe that. Maybe one day I would, but I haven't really been flexing my psychic muscles that way. But dead people are everywhere, by the way. They're in your house, they're in your car, they're everywhere. And, yeah, so, and they're not all like rainbows and sunshine. There is no, oh my God, I'm going to hell. Like, there's not been one dead person that has talked to me about that. Do you want to know what they talked to me about? They talked to me about how they felt wronged in their lifetime, and they wish they could have had more time to do this, or they have regrets. They talk about them. I don't know who you see on these internets that is channeling spirit and it's like, oh my God, they're afraid to go to hell. They're already dead. They're already dead. I'm also one of those people that believes that, like, if you're, the hell is here. We're in hell right now. And I'm just kind of a bright spot. Okay? I hope that makes sense. But I mean, you can argue with me Yes, hell is absolutely. We are here. Hell is here. So I don't know what medium is telling you, and I've seen it, and it aggravates me because I don't know who they're channeling. I'm trying to flip my cards up. I don't know who they're channeling, but it's probably not like a real dead person. Like, I have had dead people make my water bottle knock over because somebody came on and was like, hey, I want a seance reading with you. And I was like, sure. And then timing came where I could do it right then. It just happened where I could do it right then. And she was like, I don't really believe my dad's here. I don't really believe it. I don't really believe it. And she kept saying she didn't believe her dad was here. And I was like, well, he's here. And then my fucking water bottle flew across the room. There's a video on it on my TikTok somewhere. And I was like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. And then she was like, okay, well, I've seen everything I need to see. Okay. Hey, your time. Whatever. Maybe she just wanted to know that ghosts could really do things like that. Or dead people, ghosts, whatever term you want to use. They're still people. Mark Healing Arts. Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for helping people. You're welcome. Yeah, I love doing this stuff. I really do. You know, Cindy, you would think it's awesome, but sometimes I'm like, no, stop. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch my shit. Everybody says they want to be psychic. They want to see spirit until weird shit starts happening to them. And then they have a problem. It's hard to deliver a message to someone who lacks faith. So I have my favorite people to read for are skeptic people. And they'll come into my live. There was a person one time who came into my live and was like, I don't believe what you're doing is real. She's a scammer. And so my favorite thing to do is give them super accurate readings. And I was like, I feel like you're looking for a car and you're going to find that car at X, Y, and Z. And it's going to look like this. And that's what they're showing me, or something close to it. And she was like, how do you know I'm looking for a car? And I was like, because this is what I do. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And then they just kind of got away. So those are my favorite people to read for, are skeptical people. I will say that not every tarot reader is a psychic medium, and not every psychic medium accurately reads tarot. That's just how it is. And people who have been in the game like 10, 20 plus years understand that. They do. They understand that. But not a lot of people are very like real with it like that. Does that make sense? All right. I'm going to hop off since nobody wants any in-depth readings up here. I haven't gotten any requests of those. If you change your mind, you can book on my website, psychiclexi.com. Yeah, no problem, Cindy. And you can just let me know. I think there's my numbers in my bio, to like text me to ask questions about my readings. If not, I'll put it in there. But you can always email me 100%. Oh, I need to put this puzzle thing on here because I guess I've been still for too long. I don't know. Anyway, you can always email me and request a reading. There's an email button on my Instagram. I'm Psychic Lexi on Instagram. There's a number of ways to contact me. But we're going to do one deep reading for the group of people that are here. And I'll be around. The schedule will be up on my website, and it will be up on here. Because I know people like to do different things. If you're not following me, make sure you're following me. You turn on your push notifications. They've changed it. They changed it. Did y'all know that? So if you want to see videos, like every video for a person, and you want to see lives, you have to go to the right and then click it. But if you don't turn on your notifications, then you only get some and not all. I didn't know that because I was like, I'm not seeing my favorite people. I'm not seeing it. That's because TikTok like changed my settings. And I didn't do that. Rude. All right, we're going to do one more deep group reading. All right. So, this is for the group, everybody here collectively, since there's no, I don't think there's any requests. Let me check. Nope, I don't see any. Okay, good. All right, 7 of Pentacles. As a collective, we need to keep going. We need to keep doing our work that we're supposed to be doing. Even if you're uncomfortable, even if you don't like it, even if the job pisses you off, you're going to get somewhere that you want to be, but you have to have a plan. Okay? You absolutely have to have a plan. 7 of Pentacles tells you that this is not the time to back down. This is the time to move forward 100%. Mother of Wands, you need to have a plan. Mother of Wands, anytime we see our wands, in a traditional tarot deck like Rider-Waite, that's more of the Queen of Wands, she knows what the fuck she wants out of life. So if you're somebody that's like, I'm in this job, I'm in this situation, I don't know, I don't have any focus, your homework is to, well, keep showing up for yourself and to figure out your direction in life. And we can do this a number of ways, like read more books, go outside. Like, y'all think that this shit is like magic. It's not. It's not. It's a lot of self-work on yourself. And some people are so busy with the phones, busy with prioritizing everybody else but themselves, that they miss it. They miss it, and then they feel like shit, and then they don't understand why they feel like shit. Mother of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, we need to focus on our goals and what we kind of want. Make it a quarterly goal. Say you want to start a garden. Make it a quarterly goal. Mother of Wands, she knows what fertilizer she's going to use. She knows when she's going to plant it. She has calendar reminders set up. This is a year where some people are going to struggle that do not have systems that make their life easier in place. Or the people that do have those systems, they're going to have a bomb-ass year. They're going to be like, what struggle? Okay? This year kind of reminds me of gardening is great therapy. It is. And like every time I do a reading, I go outside and ground myself because I'm a psychic medium that does my own work. If I'm suggesting it to you, I'm doing it, and that's how I know it works. Anyway, so that's kind of it for today. If you guys need me, you guys know how to get in touch with me. I'll be back tomorrow. Y'all have a great day. It was great to see everybody, and I hope everybody got a little something out of their reading. Bye.